Hey guys, Rob from the Off-Grid Tiny House. Got a package to unbox here, and I got these off of Amazon.ca. Um, this is superfood. It's an oil. It's hemp oil. So basically, you guys know I'm big into the hemp hearts and that kind of stuff because they're loaded with the omega six. What is it? 6, 8, 9 or something. Um, all the good omegas are in this stuff. And so what I plan on doing in a later video is I'm going to take a bottle of this stuff and we're going to put it into a dropper, like a glass eyedropper bottle, basically, and use it as like a tincture so you can just grab and go quick under the tongue and or you can throw this on salad dressing as a salad dressing or whatever you guys like to do. But this stuff is really loaded with really healthy stuff, hemp oil. And if you don't like eating the hemp hearts, this is a good alternative. Easier to take, if you don't like that taste. Hey guys, Rob from the Off Grid Tiny House. Another video for you guys, another unboxing from Amazon.ca. You guys know I've been working on making my own tinctures. If you missed those videos, so I did a batch of tinctures with turmeric, ginger, and garlic. So now I need, obviously, um, a container for them to be put into. So I ordered a dozen of these glass droppers, and these come with little stickers you can put on the bottles and label them. So there they are, nice packed up, nice and handy, amber colored bottles. So that way the sunlight doesn't get in there and destroy your tinctures and all that. So I got 2 boxes of these because I ended up doing the calculation and definitely going to use both boxes up for the amount of stuff I made. So stay tuned for the video where I, take my tinctures and load them into these bottles, and then we'll do a trial and error or trial test of these tinctures and go from there. Stay tuned for more, guys. Like, subscribe, and share. Hey guys, Rob from the Off Grid Tiny House. Got a couple more Amazon packages in the mail. Um, and these items here are for the aquaponics supplies that I needed. So the little box I'm opening right now is the uh, extra USB submersible pump that'll sit in the bottom of the aquarium and basically run 24/7 to cycle the fish waste into the grow medium, which acts as a biofilter and feeds the plants, cleans the water for the fish, and keeps everything hunky dory. So I bought a couple of these. Well, I have 2 already. One's USB, one's 120 volts. This is another USB one because they're kind of important for uh, the situation to have a backup pumps. Now, the other item on the floor there, here I show you the details of the voltage that this thing uses. It's piddly nothing, very uses hardly any power, which is great. Um, so this guy here is the new oxygen pump for the fish. That it basically is a little bubbler that goes into the tank, has a little air stone, and it's USB as well, and pumps oxygen into the tank, aerating the tank for the fish, keep them alive and hunky dory. And I think I'm going to be adding another one of these little air pumps to the list for my next go around for the wish list, because you want to have backups for your stuff, because you can't be waiting like weeks on end if something fails. You got to get on it right away and have like a backup. So this is the stuff I'm getting ready for the aquaponics setup, guys. Stay tuned for more. Hey guys, well, Rob from the Awkward Tiny House. We're gonna be doing a tincture video here. So we got my little strainers above a little stainless bowl. Um, and then I'm gonna put I have this muslin bag, they're called. So that's gonna get all the most of the you know particles out of the tincture. And this jar here is the we're starting with the ginger, organic ginger, and it's been sitting in the glass jar with apple cider vinegar for 6 weeks. Um, a few days past 6 weeks actually, and I had to run and get the jar lid off because it was on there pretty good. So that's why nothing's happening right now. Here we go. We're back. We're gonna pour the tincture into the bag, and it's going to filter out all the uh, ginger. And I use powdered ginger as opposed to um, just chunks of ginger that was cut up. And we're gonna see how effective the powdered stuff is. Now the powdered stuff was in a sealed, brand new container when I first did the tincture, so it wasn't just sitting around somewhere. Um, that way we can kind of do a comparison whether powdered or actual, you know, live raw stuff is the better. But I'm sure there's going to be some nice benefits. So just got to carefully strain this out with the muslin bag. So I'm just going to grab it. This is all similar to when I do the, my other cannabis videos. So just strain everything out. You can see it going there. And the muslin bag works pretty good. I actually didn't think I'd need the other strainers. I wasn't sure, but so far so good. So I'm just basically squeezing this with my hand. My hands are clean, obviously, washed, and just squeeze the hell out of it. Get all the liquid out of that because that's your medicine, basically. And actually, when I went to discard the um, ginger from this muslin bag afterwards, I squeezed it so hard that the stuff came out pretty much dry out of the muslin bag, so that was kind of neat. So I just discarded it into the garbage. I don't see a benefit of actually keeping it around and using it, but because the apple cider vinegar would have stripped all the medicinal values from it, I assume, because that's how it's going to work. So there we go. So now I'm going to transfer it into a glass measuring cup with a spout. And having the spout's really important for controlling the flow of the liquid as you're going from one container to the next. So we're going to be off to the races here shortly. I'm going to bust out the newly supplied amber glass dropper bottles. They come with a little funnel setup here too. Come with this little plastic thing, and then you can transfer that slowly into the funnel. Or later on, what I ended up doing was, in some of my other tincture videos, I ended up just carefully pouring the uh, the glass measuring cup into the funnels directly, but I put the glass bottles over uh, in that empty pan there just to, stop the spillage from going all over the carpet. We're getting a new carpet here within the next couple months, anyways, but because this guy is well over its limit of over 20 years old, so we're gonna do some upgrading around here. And but for now, for video purposes, just to show you guys, this is how we're doing it. Now, I got a little greedy here, and I overfilled this container. Um, and you guys got to remember, when you put the eyedropper, the top on, obviously the level of liquid is going to go up. So you got to leave some space for that. So right here, I have to tilt the bottle back inside the measuring cup just to get a little bit of the liquid back out, so I have enough room for the eyedropper. And yeah, and then I grabbed a little something to put down here because obviously making a friggin' mess, being my first shot at making these tinctures, so be cool to do. All right, enjoy, guys, as we go through with some nice music for the rest of the video. Stay tuned for the rest of the tincture videos too. Hey guys, Rob from the Awkward Tiny House. Another video here making tinctures. So we got my screeners and muslin bag here. So this one's a newer muslin bag, so it's not keeping it shaped very well. But once I get working with it, we'll get there. So anyways, this video, my last video I made organic ginger tincture. Now we're going to be doing, this guy is garlic. And this one has a lot more garlic and apple cider vinegar in from all my tincture containers. So it's going to fill up quite a few of the jars here. We'll go from there and see how we make out. So just to make note, if you guys are making tinctures, these have been in a glass container using organic garlic powder, soaked in apple cider vinegar for 6 weeks in a cool, dark pantry. And what you want to do, just to keep a good note, is when you do go into this process, this stuff is extremely strong and will stake up your house if you're not careful. So open a window, do it outside, whatever you gotta do. But this is extremely potent. It basically turned all the organic garlic powder into rehydrated it and turned it into basically this paste that you see looks like applesauce or something. Um, and I'm just straining it out in the muslin bag. Super potent, super strong. Now, what is a tincture? Why would you want to use this? Why would you want to make this? You're just making basically a concentrate of a herb or plant. Um, that way you can take it easily if need be. Like most people I know don't eat like a whole bulb of garlic in one sitting on the daily. This basically is taking, I don't know, I'm gonna assume 2 or 3 bulbs of garlic and combining them into a super potent concentrate. So if you guys have like a cold coming on or you just want to better your health, you can make a tincture and uh, they just go into a glass eyedropper bottle and you can just take it under the tongue or mix it in with some liquid and take it that way. And that way you're getting a super immune boost of medicinal properties of these plants. So um, garlic, you guys, is pretty well known, self-explanatory. You can check out all the many benefits online. Like I said, I did a ginger. I got a garlic one here. My next tincture video, I'm going to be doing turmeric. And with that one, I have to add, black pepper to help the body absorb it a little bit better. And other than that, go from there. Now you can buy. I don't see too many places where you can buy tinctures on like an Amazon or anything like that. But I'm sure like herbal shops or flea markets or whatever, like specialty stores would possibly have tinctures that they would sell. Um, because I'm using apple cider vinegar and not alcohol, obviously these tinctures won't last as long as an alcohol tincture. But um, you could readily sell these tinctures online or at a flea market or whatever legally without having to deal with because there's an alcohol content. You know what I mean? So pretty interesting stuff. So basically here, guys, I'm just filling the bottles carefully with the little funnel setup. I put the pan underneath it, and I'm just trying to get the bottles to about 3/4 of the way full because once the eyedropper, the top basically goes inside the bottle, it'll raise the level up a bit again, and you don't want to be overflowing, right at the very top of these bottles with your materials. So it is one of those things. Um, so I'm going to be testing all these tinctures out in future videos and going to tell you how the results work supplement wise. So probably, and I'm only going to do like 1 drop under the tongue or in a bit of liquid uh, a day just to start because I want to make sure obviously they're safe, and I'm sure I won't need a whole lot of drops out of these things because they're so concentrated. They'll be super strong. I'll tell you guys, give my reviews after the fact, taste, odors, everything like that, and go from there. But the other one I wanted to make in the future is a cayenne tincture as well, and that's really good for cardiovascular. Well, the garlic is as well, but the cayenne is like basically instant blood thinner, um, and doesn't really have um, the side effects you get with like a big pharma uh, in your medicine cabinet blood thinner. So and taking it in tincture form, you can just shoot it under the tongue it'll get absorbed a lot faster than eating a pill, and go from there. So, this is what I'm kind of getting into. It's kind of similar to my cannabis videos in a way, because I'm making a concentrate basically, increasing the potency quite a bit and concentrating it, and then you can absorb it and take it easily that way and go from there. So pretty interesting stuff, guys. Stay tuned for many more tincture videos to come. And in the rest of this video coming up here, it's gonna finish off with some music and go from there. So if you guys have any tinctures you maybe want me to produce to see how they turn out, I can definitely check into that. But yeah, lots of tincture videos to come. I'm just getting into it, so these are my first ones ever, and first ones using apple cider vinegar. I didn't want to go buy vodka and make tinctures because that gets a little expensive. But you can use brandies, but you just remember, if you're using like a brandy or whatever, you're going to have those flavors of the brandy combined with whatever you're making your tincture from. So garlic and brandy mixed together, that might be quite an awful taste. Whereas if you use garlic and vodka, it'd be just a pure, strong garlic taste, as opposed to having other flavors in there. So if you want a neutral spirit like vodka and you infuse it with whatever, that will stay basically the same taste. But if you infuse it with like a brandy or something else that has already flavors in there, just keep that in the back of your mind, because those flavors combining could be taste pretty god awful. and then you'll get to a point where you don't even want to take it. So you don't want that. All right. So I'll let you guys know how the rest of these videos come out, and stay tuned for them. Hopefully you guys are staying healthy, and this is another thing for your arsenal for health, for prepping, making a tincture concentrate, and yeah, all awesome skills to know and how to know and to use. Especially if you got a serious flu or cold coming on, you could just shoot some of this under your tongue. It'll help boost your immune system and help you get over all the nonsense you may be dealing with. All right, till next time, guys. See you. Hey guys, Rob from the Off Grid Tiny House, making a tincture video yet again. We're adding some black pepper to the bottom of this pan, and we're going to add our strainers on top, then our muslin bag, and then we're going to go ahead and pour our tincture that's been sitting in a glass jar for 6 weeks through this mesh and to filter out all the heavier particles. So this video today is about turmeric, and so I've had the turmeric sitting in glass jar for 6 weeks in apple cider vinegar, everything organic, and we're going to be just dumping it in here and get the turmeric tincture concentrate, and the liquid is going to mix with the black pepper that I just put down at the beginning of the video. And the reason you need the black pepper in there is, if you check out online, basically it helps the body absorb the health benefits of the turmeric more readily than it would without. So why not throw some black pepper in? It'll add a little spice to your tincture mix in the end, and you go from there. So I'm just straining off all the liquid from the bag as much as possible, just twisting and squeezing and getting all the liquid out of the material as best I can. And usually when I do this, I end up squeezing so hard that the powder dries itself out pretty rapidly once I get this liquid squeezed out of it. So it comes out pretty dry when you empty it in the garbage bin there, when you're done with your mix. So not too shabby. So we just put that off to the side. We take our other strainers, put them off to the side as well, eventually. And best to just take it all in one scoop, and there you go. So you're left with, there's the concentrate there of the turmeric, and now it has the black pepper mixed inside of it. And now we're going to go ahead, pour it in this glass measuring cup, because it has a spout, so you can have good control of where your liquid's going to go. And for the turmeric, I didn't get a lot this go around. I had a lot more with the garlic and the ginger, so kind of interesting there. But we'll see how potent this one is. It could be super potent because it's less liquid than the other ones. So we're going to go ahead. I'm just going to pour over the container into a small funnel into the amber glass eyedropper bottles. Now all the eyedropper bottles use glass stems, even for the dropper itself, so it's not plastic in any way sitting in there, other than the funnel momentarily. But yeah, you could always change the funnel out for stainless or whatever. But in this case, that really didn't bother me too much. So you go from there. So other than that, you can use apple cider vinegar, or you can use a vodka or a brandy, whatever you want to use. And tinctures are basically, you just take them under the tongue or drip them onto some food. Oh, this one I overfilled, so I'm going to have to empty out some back into the container here. A little too much going on, a little spillage. But yeah, so I'm gonna be super stoked to try this out. You guys can look up all the health benefits of turmeric with black pepper. There's plenty of information online about that. Anti-inflammatory. Obviously, that's great for the body because everybody has daily stresses, either your arthritis or you got some messed up tendons or whatever is going on with you. This will help de-escalate the inflammatory nature in the body and get you kind of back to where you should be, so your body can heal up nice and naturally and keep you going for as long as possible. So yeah, this turned out pretty well, other than the learning curve of not spilling, and go from there. So we will see you guys on the next video, and the next tincture video. Basically, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you what it's gonna be. It's that hemp oil that I bought. I'm basically just gonna transfer it into some of these bottles, and that way you can get a quick fix of your omega-3 fatty acids made at 3, 6, and 9. I believe is the all the omegas that you need that the hemp hearts give you, which is basically the hemp oil is basically a concentrated oil from the hemp hearts, and easier to take than the hemp hearts because you're not chewing. It's just a liquid. Shoot it under your tongue, or you can just go ahead and throw it on, you know, whatever food dish you got going on. You might have a nice salad going on. You can sprinkle some on there, or you want to glaze some food with that. You can go ahead and do that as well. All kinds of options. And like I said, guys, I didn't get as many bottles out of the turmeric as I did with the other ones. Garlic, I had the most, but that's all right. We will experiment into the future here and see what other tinctures I come up with and how these turn out. I'm going to do a review eventually on how all these tinctures turn out, and I will be putting that up on the site here when I do that, get around to that. Yeah, so we'll see you guys on the next one. Hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully you guys are staying healthy out there. Hey guys, Rob from the Off Grid Tiny House. We're gonna do so. Just taking the hemp oil that I got from these containers, we're gonna put it in some droppers. That way, I can easily take them under the tongue or whatever. And yeah, just using these little eyedropper bottles, amber colored. Basically, just gonna transfer direct from this bottle to them, and that way I can get a nice superfood easily taken without eating a handful of hemp hearts all the time, because you do get sick of them after a while. But yeah, hemp hearts is basically uh, you can basically live off of hemp hearts because it has all the amino acids and all the nutritional stuff that you can survive, the human body can survive on. Protein, fatty acids, all that stuff. It's the only food you can basically survive on. Um, though you'd probably want to add some fiber as opposed to just taking this as a straight oil of, you know, food replacement. um, I'm no scientist or anything, but yeah, you'd probably want to add some fiber to the diet because it probably wouldn't be good just to live off of oil, liquid oil, or anything like that. But this is kind of these are supplemental type products, anyways, so it's just something. It adds all this missing stuff that you may not be getting in your everyday meals, um, and I like this idea where I'm making just a tincture basically of uh, this stuff. Gotta love it. So hopefully you guys enjoy, and that's it for now.